let's go and play some craps today. What I want to do is play a Paroli with you today. So this is kind of, this is going to be kind of, I'm going to move my rack in the middle here. This is kind of an homage to Greg here, my good friend, my really good friend Greg. And he was on a Paroli streak there for a hot minute, and got off of it for whatever reason. So I'm going to go back to it right now. We're going to go ahead and put this out here. I think if I get this right about here, we should be mostly lined up with the things. Hopefully you can see the words there. There's not a good way to make those things super clear, but I think that fits right in the middle of it. So what I'm going to do is run 4 bankrolls today, and that sounds like it's a lot because I'm not a very good dealer, but we're going to run the same strategy basically from 4 different points of view, okay? And the Paroli system, if you don't know, it's simply this. We're going to put a 1 unit bet somewhere. It doesn't matter where this bet goes. I'm going to play it from the don't today because I like to. This could be a don't pass bet. It could be a pass line bet. It could be a field bet. Hell, it could be a bet on the 8 or the 6. It doesn't matter where this bet is. The idea behind the Paroli is that you parlay it 3 times. You're looking for 3 wins in a row. So win number 1, you get a nickel, you parlay it. Win number 2, you of course win 2, you parlay that. Win number 3, you win 4, and you go home with a 7-unit win. That's a Paroli. It's just 2 parlays and take win number 3 and get the hell out of there, right? It's a 7-unit win, which is a beautiful thing. And again, it can happen anywhere on the table except in here. You're never gonna Paroli a hot bet or a hard way. If you can get 3 consecutive hard way wins, you'd probably retire on that, but you're just not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do here is this. We're gonna play the Paroli. 3 people are gonna play it, 1 person's not. This front person's gonna play the straight up 5-5-5 normal system. Just a don't pass bet with 30 in odds. That's all that they're gonna do is a basic don't pass with 1 betting unit in odds. That's it. Nice and simple. That'll be our kind of our baseline. They're gonna same bet every time. No differences here, okay? That's that person. I'll put him over there in the front of the rack. This guy over here is gonna do a Paroli, and he's got, and by the way, $500 bankrolls for everybody. He's gonna do a Paroli, but he's gonna do this, he's gonna start out there. He's gonna start out with the same thing, with a don't and a 1 unit bet, and 1 unit odds. When he wins, he's not going to Paroli or parlay this. He's going to parlay his odds. So he'll come back out with a single unit bet. And if his odds bet wins, he comes back out the next time with a double odds. He's going to double up. The next time he wins, he's going to double that. He's going to basically parlay the odds wins, not the flat wins. So he's going to do just the odds, which the difference there is keeping the outside risk or the initial risk low. He's going to stay with the 1 unit bet down here. And if we have it goes south, that's fine. He's still at a 1 unit core. He can always run his odds the next time through, right? So he's going to keep his odds kind of in mind. And he's looking for 3 consecutive odds wins, not 3 consecutive line wins. So this guy here, or the next guy that comes up, might have a situation with 5 units on the don't pass that loses on the come out. This guy won't have that problem. He's gonna only ever parlay the odds win. So that's gonna be his core play. And he's got 500 bucks in here. That may not be enough. I may have to have him at 1,000. We'll see if that's enough. If I have to dip back in, I will. I think 500 will get it done. We shall see. So I'll put this guy's money back in his rack too. And that's player 1, and that's player 2. Now up here, this guy over here, this guy here is going to do the straight Paroli. He's just going to do what we talked about. He's going to bet a quarter, look for 3 in a row, and he's going to parlay, and pull out. That's nothing exciting, but that's what he's going to do. He'll be over here in our rack, and this guy here will be probably down here on the end. Actually, I'll put him on the end here, and this guy here will be up in the front. This guy's going to do the same thing, but he's going to ladder the loss. So he's going to go like this. We're going to have his base bet here, looking for 3 in a row. If he loses it, he's going to come back out with 2. And the idea here is you lose the 1, your 2 unit bet wins 2, parlay it to 4, that wins, parlay it to 8, that wins, you're going home. right? That's going to be a double. He's going to have such a higher base bet on those initial wins that I think it's going to be a big difference in how much he wins. We may regress a little bit there on that third one. I don't know yet. But if you have a higher base bet, your parlays are way bigger. On 3 in a row for that guy, the recovery is going to be massive. So we're going to try that out and see how that works. Again, it's just a thought I've had in my mind since I've been watching Greg do this. So I want to run all 4 of these. And again, like last week, I'm going to run them all week long. I may go to the pass line with it tomorrow just for the hell of it. Doesn't matter where you go with the bet. It's about seeing the progression of how these things work out. So that's going to be the play today. We're just going to run this out and see what happens. I'll turn the puck off here. I'm going to pick my green dice today, which are my coldest dice. These dice I was playing last night. By the way, last night for me was Easter. In the Greek Orthodox Church, Easter's different every year. It's never on the same Sunday as what you would call normal Easter. So that was last night was Easter for us. And I was out here. I was going to go live at 9 o'clock when everything was done and just kind of do an Iron Cross, obviously, for Easter. And I had these dice out and I was practicing and I never got past roll 1. I PSO'd like 5 or 6 times in a row. I think it was a sign to not play and go live. So I didn't go live last night with that. Clearly I wasn't supposed to do it, so I took the note from above and did not go. But anyway, the green dice were super cold last night, so hopefully they're cold again today as I'm doing this layout here. So again, everybody's going to go out, and I'll try and keep their bankrolls basically in front of where they are in the racks where I can. So these 2 are in front. This guy's going to be over here, and we'll put this guy here around the end. So he's the basic Paroli guy, the kind of I guess you call him the control experiment. These 2 are your controls. Basic 555 don't, basic Paroli are going to be there on the ends. These 2 here are going to be our odds player and our progression player. And those are the ones you really want to pay attention to see how they perform. And again, they're going to come out of the racks in those ways. So with that said, let's come out. Let's get a point. Let's see how we do. There's a 415. And I think, do I not have that front camera turned on? Do we even need the front? I think we probably do want the front camera, don't we? Maybe not. You know what? I'll leave the front camera turned off. Well, shit. Why is it not even there? Second monitor. I don't know why it's not here. Do I just have it off? Oh, there it is, Mevo. Let me turn it on real quick and just see. It's not in the way. Okay, as long as it isn't in the way of the bets, it's in the way of the first guy's bet. I'm going to have to move things around. I do want you to see the dice as we go, so let me move these bets over a little bit. And now we can see all 3 players. There we go. Now we can see all 3 players here in the front. And again, it's going to be, these are the 2 that we're looking at. This is going to be the odds guy. That's going to be the pressure guy. Here we go. 415. I need to get odds out here, by the way, for both these players. So there's the odds for that guy. And here's going to be the odds for this guy over here. And we have a 639, which does not matter. I'm going to move his stuff a little bit more towards the end. Okay. Here we go. There's a 415. That's our point. Everybody's going to lose. Now, that matters only really to one person. Everybody loses. Maybe the dice are going to be hot again today. This guy's coming out with his exact same bet over here. The other odds player is coming out with the exact same bet over here. Okay. The guy that's laddering is coming out with a 2-unit bet on his ladder, and the straight Paroli guy is coming out with just a single bet here on the end. So that should be visible to everybody. Here we go. Again, the 2 odds players, by the way, are going to play just single odds until they get a win. So there's a 628 as our next point. Let's try and get something going here. We're going to get our odds out for player 1 here in the middle. That shouldn't have been out there. But now he goes with his odds. And again, he's on. I'm going to spread his out. He's a 2-unit bet. I just want you to see the base level that player is playing at. There's a 9, a 6, and a 3. It's a 9. There's midnight, 2 6s. And there's our 5 and a 2, 7. So what happens here is this. The two Paroli guys on the end, they're both going to get paid their bets, and they're both going to stack. This guy's stacking up 1. This guy is stacking up 2. I could have said, come back down, which recovers his loss plus shows a profit. We could just stack him up to 1. He's in profit, or at least he's clear. I'm going to be aggressive with him. We're going to stay with that 2-unit bet the whole time through. Maybe after the second hit, we'll take our initial bets back. I'll make that decision when we get to it. But right now, he's really got 3 units at risk, if you think about it. The 1 he lost plus the 2 he's out here with. So he's going to stay at 4 for the current time. These 2 in here are both going to get paid the same. Luckily, it was an 8, so they get paid their flat bet, of course, and 25 on the backside. So they're both going to get paid $50. Now, what's going to happen here is this player is going to just same bet the whole thing. He's bringing it back to his rack. He's going to same bet the entire time. So no change really to him. The other guy, like we talked about here in the front, he's going to come back. He's going to same bet his line. But next time out, he's going to take all those odds that he won. In fact, it was a quarter in odds that he won. He was his odds bet plus his win. That is all going up in odds next time. We're going to parlay his odds wins. So this is out here ready to go for his next point. We will go up to, if we have to go to 60, we'll go to 60. But he's going to basically parlay his odds win. Let's see what we get here for a come out. Another 8. Good timing for that, right? 6, 2, 8. We're back on it. Back on the 8. So again, the basic player, single odds. This guy here is going to go and again, double up what his odds were. Parlay his whole odds win. These 2 guys are sweating because they have to beat the 8 a second time. That's going to be a tall order. But hey, when you're playing the Paroli, you got to win 3 in a row. So let's see what happens here. That looks like a 6 and a 3. That's a 9. So nobody cares about the 9. There's a 5-5 hard 10. 5-5 hard 10. And there's a 6-1-7. So we did it. We beat it twice, which is amazing. You beat the 8 2 times. That's pretty amazing. All right. So again, the baseline player is going to get both paid and just come on back and be happy. Okay. He's actually 300, 400, 500. He's got $20 in profit plus what he's out on the field with. That's great. This guy over here is going to get paid 1 flat and 2 for those odds. So the next time, his third potential win, his odds are going to be at 4 units. We're going to pump his odds way up. He's coming back to the rack. And again, he's showing a little bit more profit than the other player did. Get some more Lammers over here. He's doing pretty well. He's up in front now. He's got a $60 profit or a $45 profit here in the rack. Our guy with 4 is going to get paid 4. Our guy with 2 is going to get paid 2. Now this guy here is a clear press looking for win number 3. This guy here is going to be at 8 units now. Okay. Again, he started with 1. He chased it with 2, which means he has 3 of these units are at risk, right? He's got everything out there. If he loses this, he's going to come back out with a 3-unit bet and keep laddering this thing up. We're going to be aggressive on that parlay. If he gets his 20%, he'll be done really quick. Here we go. Coming out. How about an ace deuce on the come out, huh? Nope. 3, 2, 5. All right. Our point's going to be 5. Again, single odds here. Okay. This guy here, last time, won $50 in odds. We're going to parlay all that up. So he won 25 the first time, 50 the second time. We're going to come out here with $80 against that 5. That's basically as most as he can go. That's like parlaying 3 times the odds. So now he's up with an $80 odds bet. So again, he's foregoing the risk on the come out that these guys faced. And he's putting more money back there on the odds, just parlaying those odds up. If you look at him and the guy on the end's got 4 units total. This guy here's got 4 units total. It's the same total basic risk. He's going to have a little bit less of a win because he's betting odds versus a flat. So his win potential is less. His risk is the same, but he also didn't face the come out with a 4-unit bet. And that's the difference in here, is the come out risk is different. So when you look at Paroliing just the odds versus Paroliing your whole bet, there is your difference. Here we go. We're going to beat this 5 if we can. Let's see how cold these green dice can be. There's a 3-3. It's a hard 6. 6 the hard way. Whoops. That one got squirrely. That's an 8. That's a 4 in the corner. There's a 4 in the come. That's 2 4s, square pair. That's the 8. 5 and a 2. That's a 7. So we're getting done here, as it were. So let's pay everybody and see what happened. Our baseline player gets paid 1 and 1. And he's going home, right? This guy here at $500, there's his initial bankroll. If I bring everything he's won back to the rack, he's got 75, 85, $95. He's won $100 with 500. That's a great day's work. This guy over here, he's got $80 against the 5. So that's going to pay. Is that enough? Is that enough odds? It wasn't enough odds. That needed to be 90. That's my bad. That needed to be 90. I'll take the hit on that. And that's going to pay $60 plus his 25 flat. So I screwed up the odds on him. Sorry about that. So that's a pretty good win. He paroles and wins all of it. Let's put all this back in the rack and see where he lands, because there is his initial bankroll. There's his $500 right there. He's got another 125. Here's another quarter. He's got $155 in profit. Not a bad morning for that player. Of course, this guy over here with the 8-unit bet is going to win $200. So he comes back. I'll even color those up because it's fun. With $400 on that roll. And I'm sorry, that goes over here. That's him over there. We'll actually go 500. There's his 1,000 that he started with. He's up by 200, $325. Pretty good morning. And over here, we're gonna get paid $100 for this guy. Matter of fact, I'll take these greens and make them a black. He's bringing $200 back to his rack. There's his 400. There's his 500 that that's his 500 that he started with right there. $650. So he won $150 as well. So everybody did good. We all hit the Paroli 1, 2, 3 times in a row. Good. And the outcome of that is what you'd expect, right? The player who doubled up and chased it and kept the whole thing going, right? Huge profit, right? 325. The player that did a straight Paroli won 150, about half of what he won. That's what I would expect. The guy who just wrote it out like normal, again, about a 35 or 40% profit if I'm doing quick math in my head. $100 from 500. Good day's work right there. And over here again, you're at 155. Also a good day's work, right? Both these players here, that's 155 is about 40%. So all 3 players did good. We happened to use the coldest dice we could find, and it worked out just perfect for everybody. Let's do it again. Let's just do another trial here and see how this goes. I got a few minutes left in the morning show here. So let's go ahead and run back out there again with 3, 4, 500. This guy here is going to have, let's get 1,000. I'm going to give him 200 in greens here in the front. And again, he's got more money because if it goes south, he's going to really need to chase. And over here, we have 300, 400, 500. And again, 300, 400, 500. So everybody's reset again. I will need some reds for the guys in front. Give me a second to get things back to clean here, and then we'll go ahead and take care of that. We'll do it one more run through. There's 25. So he needs a quarter, and he needs a quarter. All right, everybody's reset with $500 on the outsides, $1,000 over here for the guy that might need it. We're all coming out. We're all coming out to play. 1, 2. He'll be on the end. He'll be here in the hook. And here we go. Let's get a new point. Let's start it off again. Can we do it? There's a 5. That's the second time we've done that. We've hit the 7 and then come right back to the number. There's a 3 or a 415 for our first point. Oh, I need odds. Sorry, I need odds out here for these guys. There's his, and here is his. There we go. There's the odds. That was a 4. That's a 2-2 hard 4. Mike would call it. What does Mike call that? The ballerina? There's a hard 10. Hard 4 followed by a hard 10. Love seeing that. Love seeing that. There's an easy 10. 10 the easy way. That's 3 outside numbers in a row there. Interesting. 6-1-7. 6-1-7. All right. So again, flat payment there. That's actually paying 20 for those odds. This pays 20 for those odds plus his flat. These two here, not paying odds. They're just going to go ahead and both. They're going to be basically the same unless somebody loses ahead of time. So over here, again, no change. This is all coming back, but with a note. This guy here is good. This guy here won 40 bucks on those odds, right? So he has to know that the next time out, potentially he's going to have double the amount of odds. He's going to stack up the odds next time, be aggressive with his odds on whatever the next point happens to be. Here we go. How about a come out winner? Nope, it's a 5. It's a 4 and a 1. That's a 5. On the point of 5, single odds here. Again, that's the Greg way. Every time it's the flat and it's 6 every single time. Over here, we're on the 5 again. Now, last time he had 40 in odds. This time he's going to go to 80 in odds. We're just going to basically parlay what he won every single time coming out. These two are staying flat. Here we go. There's a hard 6, a 3 and a 3. We're throwing a lot of hard ways today. 3 and a 3, hard 6. Might be if you're a hopping hard ways kind of guy, might be your day. There's an easy 4. 3 and a 1, Little Joe. 5 and a 1, easy 6. There's a 1 and a 3. It's our first horn number in a while. I think we had a 12 earlier, but that's it. And 5, 4, 9. The shooter's on a little bit of a roll up in here. There's a 1 and a 3 again, another ace deuce. Hope you can see these dice. I know green against green is kind of it's a tough look, but again, I wanted to be as cold as possible. Here we go. 6 and a 2, that's an 8, 8 easy. And there she is, the 4 and the 3. That's a 7 all day long. So again, on the point of 5, it's going to be 20. We're going to actually do 25 for 5 because that pays 40 up in here. And again, this guy can bring his stuff back to the rack. He's on his 2nd win in a row, which is pretty cool. That's going to come back up. We need Lammer to separate his initial from his wins. Sweet. Over here, again, we're going to get paid 25 flat. And I did it again, didn't I? That's got to be 90. I don't know why I keep doing that. 90's got to pay 60. There's 50, 60 over here on his odds, plus his flat bet win. That's pretty good. So next time out, his odds will go another full spectrum higher there. Let's put him back in the rack. There's going to be his initial bankroll, by the way. And all of that is profit. So he's actually initial bankroll plus 50, 100. He's got actually $120 in profit. He could, technically speaking, be done before the 3rd Paroli even has to happen. He could be finished, okay? Over here, 2 and stack. And over here, again, 2 and stack. These players are playing the same game until there's a loss, and he has to ladder up the loss. So let's go see. We can't make something happen here. Let's get a come out winner and go home, right? 3-1-4, perfect. 3-1-4, and again, the basic Greg way is going to be that one unit lay every single time. Here, this guy won on his last one. He had 90 in odds out there, and he won 60. That's 150. That's what he won in odds the last time, right? So we're going to go ahead and put out here against the 4, all of it. We're gonna go to 1. I'll do 150. Again, he's going all in. I'm going to get greens for that. He's going to go all in on the odds play. That's going to be his entire gambit here is going to be an odds play. I'll get a black for the greens. and boom. So that's what he's doing, is he's parolying the odds aggressively, never his flat bet. He's just gonna be parlay, 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 all those odds win. So he's out here heavy because he won twice already. These two are out here heavy because they won two, but they're flat bet heavy. So their win will be 100 over here. This guy's gonna win 75. So on the odds. Let's beat it. Oh, damn it, we didn't get it. So there it is, we all lost. Finally, we have a point hit. Everybody goes down. That's the first time, I think, since we started today that we've all gone down in flames, which is good. It's good to see that we don't always win. All right, back out we go. He's back out for a quarter. This guy here in the hook is out for 2. He's gonna chase that loss. This guy's going in for 1. And of course, the other guy's going in for 1 as well. So we have 2 players at base and they're gonna start their odds over again. This guy here, everybody's starting back over at 0. This guy here laddered up. So here we go. There's a 3, 2, 5. There's a 4, 4, hard 8 again. It's another one. I think that's the second hard 8 today. There's a 6, 1, 7. Oh, I forgot the odds. Sorry. I'm going to post bet. I know we're not supposed to. I'm going to post bet the odds because I just forgot to. Those two should have both had regular single odds coming out. So once again, we're going to pay him 25 for his flat. We're on the 5 with 30 in odds. I'm going to do 25 for 5 and bring him back. He's coming back to his rack, and he's going to be still. There's his initial bankroll. So he's okay. He's got like $25 in profit even after getting hit. Same thing over here. We're going to do 25 for 5 on those odds. We'll get paid 2 greens for that. And also, back to the rack he goes. A little bit worse for wear after that last hit, but he'll end up being hopefully okay. He's almost back to full bankroll. He's actually behind. This guy's actually ahead because of the extra odds play. So he went from being way up and could have gone home to being really behind. Here, our ladder guy is at 4 units again, and the other guy is at 1 unit. All right, here we go. Next point's coming. 4 and a 3. It's a 7 on the come out. So here's the differences, right? These two guys here, right? Because they're both staying flat, don't get hurt as bad. This guy here feels like he got crushed on that deal, right? He was out for 2. He's got to ladder back up now and go to 3 units, which is going to hurt a little bit. Let's go get set back up again. There's a quarter. There's a quarter. There's a quarter. And this guy here is going out for 3 quarters to get caught back up. Put him back there in the hook. And there it is again. 5 and a 2. So we're going south. We're going really south here. Let's do it. Good. Good to lose. Good to lose. He's going to have to go out there with 4 units. I'm going to just drop $100 out there for him. Leave the greens in the rack. This player here again, flat bet. And this player here again, flat bet. All right, let's get it done. There's a hard 4. Hard 4. Now what's going to happen here, which I think is interesting, we're going to get these guys' odds out here first. So again, we're back at 0, so they're going to be both at the single odds level. You know, when you get those 2 come out losses, everybody's getting hurt really bad. This guy here is also getting hurt really bad, but he's going to recover that really quick, right? If we can catch the run, he's going to catch it. He's going to pick up quickly. Now the question we're going to have is, at this point, 1 hit gets him back to clean. Do we keep pressuring him up? I think that we do. We're going to play it that way anyway because we did before, but that'll be a nice victory if he comes out of this thing. Let's get a 7 here. There's a 5 and a 3. It's an 8. There's a 6. We're hitting the insides here. 6 and a 1 makes 7. 6 and 1 makes 7. So on the 4, not a lot of love down here. You're only going to get 15 bucks on those odds. So it's not fantastic, but we'll take it. Guy in the corner is going to get paid 100 and stack it. Guy in the hook is going to get paid 25 and stack it. These guys are going back to the rack. He's only got 15 bucks or 1 unit, essentially speaking, to parlay his odds with next time. He didn't win a lot of money this time, so his parlay ability is reduced because he only won 15 bucks. So we can only go up by that much. I'm not gonna dig into the rack deeper to make him a higher bet. So here we go, this guy's coming back. And in fact, I think this player here is effectively even. If I take these and make them a green, just to get a visual, there's his initial bankroll. He's got 20 bucks plus the quarter in profit. He's actually fine. This guy over here is close. He's close to being fine. Those two players are still in the middle of it. Let's avoid a come out loser here. It's going to be an 8, which is not great for these two players. Let's go. 6, 3, 9. Sorry, I had to get a drink there. 6 into 3 is a 9. There's a 3, 1, 4. 3 and a 2, 5. 6 and a 4, 10. We're hitting the outsides. I'm sure Waylon's in chat saying, oh my God, I'm making a fortune today. The outsides are really strong. There's a 3, 2, 5 again. There's a 4, another way outside hit. Loving that. And there's our 7. 6 and a 1, 7. Oh, I forgot my odds. I forgot my odds again. Damn, I keep doing that. Sorry. Sorry, folks. I'm talking too much. That guy would have had odds, obviously. This guy here's odds on that 8. He would have had his 30 that he always has. The best else he can do would have been to parlay his 15 bucks. So he would have had 45 in odds. So that's, I'm sorry about that. And it would have had to have been, the only way to make that number right is to have, boy, it would have had to have been, let's see, we would have had to have gone to 60 anyway. So he's got to go to 60 to make this, to make the payment right. So my bad. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the odds up there. There's a 7. And I would have taken that from the rack had I lost too. So sorry about that. So again, the 8, easy payments, 1 and 1, 1 and 2. Okay. Back in here, we're getting paid 2, and it's going to be a stack. This guy here also getting paid 2, and it's a full stack. So coming back to the rack we go. Where are we in terms of profitability right now? We can take a look at everybody. Let's just do a quick assessment. I think it's good to assess in midstream when you can. This player here, there's his initial bankroll. He's got 25, 50, 75 in profit. He's technically speaking at 20% goal. He could be done, but we're still in the middle of the process. We're at hit number 2. We're going to try for 3. The guy over here on the left absolutely is at profit, right? He's got his initial bankroll, and he's bringing back 50, 70 bucks. He's 70 bucks ahead also at his 20% goal. These two players here are still out at hit 2 of the Paroli, right? This guy here, if he brings it back, is exactly even. He's only even after all those losses. This guy here with 400 out here, again, will only be barely even. 400 gets him to his initial bankroll plus 175. So he's not even to goal yet. They need to get one more win each to make this thing work. Here we go, coming out. There's a 4 and a 1. That's a 5 on the come out. 4 and a 1, it's a 5. So odds, again, base odds here for Greg. This player here, again, he's hit twice. He hit for 15 and he hit for 50. So against the 5, he has, technically speaking, 75 bucks to work with. We're going to put 75 in odds out here to win 50 based on what he won earlier. You have to do some math on this type of play to keep your odds correct, but he's basically parlaying the odds every time. Let's get that 7 and go the hell home, shall we? There's a 6 and a 4. Outside hit again. That's another 10. 3, 4, 7. That's it. That's everybody winning. So again, there's the flat and the odds. That's going to pay 25 for 5. This guy here is going to get paid 50 on his odds and a quarter in the front. So we go back to the rack with this. Everything here for this player is profit. This is entire front of his rack here. That's all profit. Same over here. There's going to be his initial bankroll, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else here, that's all profit for him. In the back, there's 400. to that guy, and there's 4 to this guy. Let's bring it back and see where we landed. There's his initial bankroll, and there's his $100 in profit. Guy in the back, the ladder player, there's his initial bankroll, and he's got $575 in profit. So laddering felt dangerous until it paid, right? That by laddering and parlaying what you've laddered from the ladder base, that really escalates the payment here. That really escalated what he won. That's a pretty interesting and awesome win for him. So everybody won twice. We had a bad streak there. We had a point and 2 come out losers pretty much in succession, right? But we did catch 3 in a row, and we battled back and did just fine. And again, you can do this Paroli thing. It doesn't matter where, right? I could have Parolied the outside numbers and just parlayed, and gotten out of there. Would have been totally fine to do that, right? It's all, to me, it's open season for all of those, right? I think that's pretty good. So here we go. Let's go back to the screen and yeah, book my post bet. Yeah, right. Sorry about that. The only reason why I allowed myself to post bet here was because I'm trying to teach the thing, right? And I tend to talk and forget this stuff. So I would have taken the losses out of the rack too had I screwed up and thrown the point there. So I'm really sorry about the look of that, but that's why I did that. So yeah, that was a pretty good little session right there. We did good. We did pretty good as far as winning, right? But more importantly, you got to see a little bit up and down on the bets. I'm glad we had some losses, and I'm glad that it recovered. So that was kind of fun. And yeah, this is one of those days where if you're playing other strategies, boy, the outsides you'd have been pretty good. Pretty good. So there we go. A day like this where you combine, and I do this a lot, right? People get mad at me, but I combine my don't pass play. I look at that as a way to play. It's a way to play the don't. Parlay it up, if you're gonna do progression, whatever it is, and also do other things. Like that's one way, that's part of my game. The other part of my game might be the 4 and 10, like the 4-10 Bank Street. While I'm doing that, then you can hit it on both sides. You can stop playing the insides at any point in time. So anyway, that's it. Happy Monday, all.